Welcome on in, SGL. We got a good night of Rocket League action, kicking off with a not Cascadia, rather a Seattle Derby matchup in the championship between EC Eternal and EC Defiance. We're going to be getting into this very, very soon. We are at kickoff time right now. Just waiting for both teams to join, and we'll get started. Not too often do we get an SGL stream on Wednesday, by the way. Typically, it would be around Tuesday, sometimes Thursday, Fridays and Saturdays as well. So it's good to have a doubleheader come up tonight. Can't wait to see it get started. Both teams are in. We are going to kick off very soon, chat. No time to waste. No reason for anyone to wait. We are going to get started very, very soon. And both teams are now joining in the lobby. We are going to kick off in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. EC Eternal versus EC Defiance. The Seattle Derby kicks off. Don't be surprised if EC Defiance decide to rotate their lineup. They've been going with that approach throughout this whole season, making sure everyone gets as much playing time as possible. And it's still working out well for them because they still get the wins off. And they still keep themselves at pace with Steel Army, just 2 points below them in third. Steel Army, who beat Axe and Rose 3-1 a couple of days ago, have it in their control to be able to keep second place. Now, first place is still up for grabs mathematically, although the Rebellion can pretty much lock it up if they win their remaining matches. Shane, Rydog, good to see you both. For those of you who are wondering who Shane is knows always knows in EC Defiance. Speaking of EC Defiance, they have not really done that much on the attack, but now they have a good opportunity right here. Good clearance out by Philosophy Girl. Historically, you know, the better Emerald City side would just dominate and sweep the other, depending on who's playing against who. In the past couple of seasons, it would have been Emerald City RC beating EC Eternal, or, you know, Emerald City RC beating EC Defiance. EC Eternal beating EC Defiance, as EC Eternal was the better side back then. We shall see if that remains to be the case this time around. In the previous matchup, I believe EC Defiance did beat EC Eternal. I can't say for sure it was a sweep, but that's something I'll have to look up later on. Meanwhile, Parks with a shot. Easy save right there for Eternal. Philosophy Girl getting credited with the save, and Philosophy Girl getting involved in the attack now. Trying to come up but gets beaten. Adaipo needs to backtrack. Good clearance out by Deepsy though. Bernana on the side. Parks, though, is going to take over. See, let's see if he can create something right here. He's getting all the time. He's centered the ball, but Deepsy gets there first and clears it out. You'll fix your Twitch name one day, Shane? I mean, you don't even need to do that. It's up to you. Soccer with Shane is a cool name, not going to lie. But if you want to change it, go ahead. Very cagey affair right here tonight. Neither side really creating a great opportunity, but there's a chance right there for Green. Mario just couldn't get onto the ball. Now Parks trying to get something going. A weak bounce shot just above the post, just off target. And EC Defiance now have to track back because Deepsy centers it to the middle for Philosophy Girl, who misses alongside Parks, and now EC Defiance are on the counter. Adaipo needs to slow things down and get his teammates back, and he does just enough with that 50. Deepsy gets it out, and Philosophy Girl gets it to the other half. Back and forth in terms of the ball than the time it's spending on each half, sure, but in terms of chances created, we haven't seen too much from both sides. I'd say EC Defiance has been the better team, but EC Eternal have not looked like they are a clear second. They have done pretty well so far to keep up with EC Defiance, but it might be a matter of time before the green team, Defiance, gets the first goal. The blue team, Eternal, still holding on, though. Big demo at the end. Philosophy Girl getting in at the right place at the right time, and Deep Sea doing a great job once again to get the ball out. Great defending from Eternal in this game one. Oh, that long shot could have gone in, but it barely stayed out. The ball goes to the other flank. Deep Sea putting it towards the middle. Good first touch by Birdnana. Gets it going, but he pitches the ball back. And Daipo centers it. With 30 seconds remaining, could EC Eternal get the first and possibly the winner? Parks doing a great job of maintaining his composure and getting it away. Green Mario brings it up to the blue half. Can he create something right here as EC Eternal are in front of the net, looking a bit hectic? Birdnana couldn't beat Deep Sea, but the net is open. The ball's going in. 9 seconds remaining, and EC Defiance take the lead. Deep Sea couldn't get to the ball again. Parks finishes it off, and EC Defiance get the goal that they deserve. 1-0 with 9 seconds remaining. And Green Mario sealed the deal, or will EC Eternal be able to keep this going? The ball bounces down. EC Eternal win game one after a cagey 4 minutes. EC Defiance started to get into it slowly, and they finally got the game winner that they deserved. 7 shots, 4 from Park mainly. Pepper in the net, and he finally got what he wanted out of that. Meanwhile, EC Defiance sitting back a bit more, only getting 1 shot counted, courtesy of Deep Sea. They try to hold on, they try to play the defensive approach, but it just didn't work out for them in the end. They got worn out, and that's it. See if we get a couple of subs coming in for either side. Would not be surprised if there's some rotation going on. Both of these teams have loved to rotate, switch up their lineups as the season has progressed, and they've still been able to get some good results, some decent game wins, and also some upsets. Good to see all y'all in the chat. Fly Penguin, good to see you as well. Right off coming in, reminding us of the potential title-winning scenarios that EC Defiance still have. One of them involves beating EC Eternal, of course. Both teams are now joining in. We are going to kick off Game 2 right now. And as you can see, Funk and Huskies coming for a Daipo and Deep Sea to play alongside Philosophy Girl. Here we go. EC Defiance stick with the same lineup. Can Huskies of Funk change Eternal's fortunes? Can they get EC Eternal back into this match? It's the best of 5, so every game win counts. They can't sit back like they did before, because EC Defiance are going to get the goal, and they do right here. Birdnana sealing the deal off of a good spell of pressure from Defiance. Parks centering it into the middle. Birdnana with his own bounce shot. Huskies couldn't get there. And EC Defiance only have to wait 29 seconds to get their first goal. They're up 1-0. So I am checking to see what the previous match's result was. It was EC Defiance winning EC Eternal, that is for sure. But it was not a sweep. It was a 3-1 win. EC Eternal did get a game, but they have to work harder to get a game this time around. Husky's getting beaten by Bird Nana, who's showing off his mechs right here. Side rolling the ball, side rolling towards the ball, just getting a little bit of a tap. You can call it a fake. Throwing Philosophy Girl off her guard. And EC Defiance double the lead. Same exact lineup facing off against a better Eternal lineup right here as well. Eternal have been outpaced so far. But don't count this team out. They are capable of coming back and getting it going. Now we can see if they can establish themselves in the orange half. Philosophy Girl getting bumped away by Parks. Bird Nana coming in with low boost. Funk towards the goal. This might be going in, but it just bounces off the backboard over the crossbar. And now Funk and Huskies try their best to keep it going. Philosophy Girl 50s it to the right flank. And Huskies now brings it forward. Can he get his own? He can. He's getting his shot off target. Funk trying to keep it going. Just couldn't get a clean shot, and now the net's open. Green Mario didn't know that Parks had the shot, and he saves EC Eternals. Bombs right there. Barely getting the ball away from Parks, and EC Eternal were able to track back and recover. But it's still a 2-0 lead, and now it's a 3-0 lead. Bird Nana gets the third for EC Defiance. A big long shot. Nobody back there to deal with it. And EC Defiance are running wild on their Seattle counterpart in EC Eternal. It's now or never for Eternal. They gotta get a goal off of this. Good touch away by Bird Nana towards Parks. Philosophy Girl with a 50 into the midfield. Huskies brings it forward. Big booming long shot. This might be going on target, but Bird is there to save Defiance and make sure that they still maintain this clean sheet as we just start to enter the second half of this game. Great rotations from Defiance, making sure that everyone is where they have to be. And if anyone's caught off guard, they always have someone recovering back into position. On the attack, they've just been that bit faster. And EC Eternal have not been able to handle it so far. Bit of an awkward moment, but Huskies takes over. He catches Parks off guard, and he gets his first. Of course he's gonna get his first when he hops on to the playing field. Bird Nana trying to back pass Green Mario. Not at the right place. Parks in no man's land. And EC Eternal gets the first Huskies gets the first for EC Eternal. They have reduced the deficit to 2. But not too long after, Bird Nana gets his fourth and gets EC Defiance's fourth straight out of kickoff. Great neutral 50 right there by Green Mario. Bird Nana torpedoing himself towards that ball, putting it in the back of the net. 3-goal lead restored, 4-1. EC Defiance are looking pretty comfortable right now. Funk with no boost, choosing to go for the ball instead of the boost. That's a good play, but Philosophy Girl just not able to read that. Has to recover now. Husky's trying to slow it down, going all the way up. Philosophy Girl just hits it away, takes over. Green Mario missing means that Philosophy Girl could get the 50, but Parks does a good job of getting it back in towards the blue goal mouth. Finally, the ball enters the other half. Can Funk create a chance right here? Avoids a bump, but no one is there to intercept the ball from Bird, and Bird clears it out, and EC Defiance once again take control. EC Eternal chooses to just sit back and protect the net. At this stage, with a 3-goal deficit and with 1 minute remaining, EC Eternal have to go for it, otherwise they are gonna be 2-0 down in this matchup. EC Defiance on match point is pretty much gonna be a very tough assignment for Eternal. When they beat Steel Army, they were able to get a game from Steel Army early on. They don't have that right now, though. and EC Defiance are just enjoying themselves out there. Bird Nana creating a great opportunity right here. Green Mario just couldn't get to the ball. Park's keeping up the pressure. Funk has to get it away. Time and space for Funk, who crosses it to the other flank. Nobody is there, and the ball gets dipped into Defiance yet again, but Bird Nana just going a bit too slow, invites EC Eternal forward. They have a chance to get a second, but time's running out for a comeback. I think it's all over. EC Defiance win game 2, and they are now on match point. Just waiting for the ball to bounce down. It should right now, and there you go. EC Defiance coming up big. And for EC Eternal, they have rotated. Don't be surprised if they rotate their lineup again. But if they need to get at least a point, they might have to bring back Deep Sea, who was looking really good defensively. It's interesting, Nose, or Shane. You know, you're in the chat having a good time. Just kind of expecting you to get involved, but if you want to chill, that's fine as well. Because I think your teammates are doing a swell job of, you know, keeping this up and playing well tonight. Although, you know what? There's still time for Nose to get involved tonight. We shall see. All right, looks like everyone's in. We are going to kick off game 3 right now. EC Eternal 2-0 down. They have it all to do to at least get a point, because this EC Defiance team is an absolute machine. Just really difficult to break down and score against. We shall have subs for both sides. Adipo makes his return with Deep Sea to play with Huskies. And on EC Defiance, Nose does make an appearance alongside Bispo and Green Mario. Game 3 kicks off. Can EC Defiance seal the deal with a big sweep? Or will EC Eternal get a point and keep this match going? Mario playing it nice and slow, trying to get it on target. Deep Sea misses, but the ball just gets away from the goal, hitting the post and rebounding out. EC Eternal get lucky right there, and now they have a chance to get the first. Deep Sea with a shot on target. The ball gets cleared out. Deep Sea having to recover. Huskies cannot get to the second ball. Nose coming up. Ball still in the middle. Green Mario gets beaten with his Octane. Typically you get to see with the Lamborghini Huracan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But now it's the Octane. And not gonna lie, he has looked pretty good with the Octane right here. It is Nose with the unconventional vehicle. I think he just left it the way it was from the past appearance that he made, which was a few weeks ago, when they were all trying to go with the 4 trucks. But no matter the vehicle choice, EC Defiance are still in control right here. Bit slow. They're allowing EC Eternal to establish themselves at the back and be able to see off these attacks for the most part. Clearance to Green Mario. Nice first touch, but he cannot beat a Daipo. Ball floating towards the orange goal. Nose just enough to get it away. Husky's going to get it on target. A Daipo centering in it. Deep Sea has to stay back. Can he get to the ball? He does, barely with 0 boost, does just enough to keep it out. Once again, great intervention. Deep Sea, the main man at the back. Someone needs to get up and take this EC Defiance team on, because they're having a lot of time in the midfield. Adipo doing just that. Huskies with the 3rd man demo. Adifo, though, just couldn't get to the ball. Deepsy now centering it. Oh, this is perfect for Deepsy. Trying to go for a shot, but he inadvertently touches the ball away. Husky's following it up. Adifo needs to get a shot. He does. No one's at the net. Green Mario turns back right on time, makes a big save. And EC Defiance survived that attack. 0-0 still. EC Eternal could have had it first, but Green Mario and the rest have done a great job of keeping the ball out. Great first touch by Bisbo, but he gets beaten by Adifo, showing his aggression. And what a touch from Huskies! His second appearance and his second goal in this match. At the right place to get to that, and Nose gets beaten by the slightest of touches. The ball rolling smoothly into the orange net, and EC Eternal take the lead in Game 3. And EC Eternal get a second and basically guarantee themselves an insurance policy at the very least. So far, they might not need to worry about getting a second because they have defended well. Adifo now centering it. But Bisbo gets a good touch. Should still have control, but just couldn't get to the ball before it bounced. Lets it go for Green Mario, who gets beaten by Huskies. Great 50 from these EC Eternal players. Every single time they've had to get a challenge, they've done a great job of beating their opponent. Speaking of beating their opponent, Deepsy does it with a big booming clearance right there. Soft touch beats Deepsy. He needs to recover. Adifo following it up. Can he get that center? He cannot. He has to backtrack, and he does. He has to play keeper right now, but Green Mario doesn't get a clean touch. Nose. Look, having not been as influential as he would be in past matches and even past seasons. It's a big 50 right there, but he has to backtrack once again. Bisbo having to deal with Deepsy. Deepsy with zero boost, trying to get a shot, but just off target thanks to Bisbo's intervention, who now brings it up all on his own. And Adifo gets it away from him. Bisbo setting himself up for a solo goal. Adifo knew what was coming and dealt with it accordingly. But not too long. Bisbo does have his say. Brings the ball out from the back. Beats one. The ball bounces off the backboard. Adifo rotating. Huskies in goal. Bisbo sees the gap. Places it to perfection. 31 seconds remaining. EC Defiance equalize. And they can still get the sweep right here. Indeed, Shogun. 30 seconds remaining. And EC Eternal are on the up. They're trying to get the game winner right here. Adifo in front of the net. The ball's floating. Huskies and Adifo combine. Huskies with the shot. Adifo just staying in front of the net, trying to interfere with Defiance, but he redirects the ball away from Green Mario, and he might have the game winner for EC Eternal to take us potentially to Game 4. 17 seconds remaining, still time for a comeback, and Green Mario trying to get that, but Huskies does just enough to get it away. Nose high off the backboard. Huskies clears it away. The clock ticks down to 0. It's all EC Defiance right now. Can the ball go down, or will EC Defiance get the equalizer? It's still up, but the final touch from Huskies guarantees us a Game 4. Well done on coming back against this EC Defiance side. And just like the first meeting, EC Eternal deny EC Defiance their sweep. Much better from EC Eternal right here. EC Defiance probably having to take a bit more time to adjust with Bisbo and Nose coming into play with Green Mario. EC Eternal saw what was coming, realized they could take over, and they did to perfection. Once again, don't be surprised if we get to see a lot of rotation coming in for this game 4. Both these teams loving their substitutions, and for good reason. Everyone gets to play and get involved. That's what SGL is all about, so I'm happy to see both these sides give everyone some playing time tonight. Neither side wasting much time. Going in, kicking off game 4. Here we go. And back to Paris. EC Defiance versus Eternal. EC Defiance cannot get their sweep. Eternal get their point, but it's Bizbo who gets the first for Defiance in game 4. Looking to make sure that Defiance don't have to go to Champions Field. 7 seconds in, he gets the first off of a 64 mile per hour, 102 kilometer per hour banger, courtesy of Alan's bangersonly.com radar gun. Anomaly, thank you for giving us the update of the other match, which has kicked off about 10 minutes ago. Unfortunately, we're not able to have anyone else be here to help with streaming that matchup. But who needs to worry about the other match when Philosophy Girl comes in and gets the equalizer? Great play by Deep Sea. And Philosophy Girl sealing the deal. 1-1. 25 seconds played. And yes, both teams did make subs. Deep Sea, the only survivor of EC Eternal from game 3. Philosophy Girl and Funk coming in. And on the other end, Parks of Bird Nana come in alongside Bizbo. So that's the strongest EC Defiance trio out there against a rotated EC Eternal side. But so far, Eternal are doing a good job of keeping themselves at pace. But that might change right here. Defiance looking to get the second. So yeah, back to Anomaly telling us about the other match. Dallas Bird take game 1 with Wicca getting the overtime winner. Huge game 1 right there. It could be a huge second. Bird Nana coming in off of an incredible 50. Look at this from Parks. Bird Nana to Parks. Parks with an insane touch. Deep Sea floating away, nowhere near the ball at that moment. And an easy tap in right there for Bird. 2-1 to Defiance. I believe most of this game and chat will be at the Sounders game this Sunday. Ooh, that's awesome to hear, Shane. If you guys have any pics of your meetup potentially, then we'd love to see that. That's incredible to hear. Read. EC Defiance looking to seal the deal right here. Looking for the third. Funk getting in low for the save, but it's not over yet. Bispo floating it in. And Deep Sea couldn't get back to the ball. The floater was just enough for Bizbo. He gets the third for EC Defiance, and they are starting to run away with it now. Oh, this looks like it could be a fourth, but no one's there to capitalize on it. Parks, though, keeps up the pressure. Bird Nana in front of the net, trying to get the tap in, interfering with the defenders from EC Eternal. And they finally get out, but it's gonna come back. The ball in front of the blue goal mouth yet again. Funk with a pinch clearance off the backboard. Bizbo trying to get a second right there. Deep Sea does just enough to get it out. Mark still has a shot right here. Couldn't get enough power or the placement to beat Deep Sea. Philosophy Girl with a save. This EC Eternal side stuck at the back. They're not able to get out. Might we see a fourth for Defiance coming soon? Well, it depends on whether EC Eternal can get out right now. Try as they might. They're trying to get the clearances out, but there's always someone in the midfield to meet it. Whereas EC Eternal just have everyone stuck at the back. Finally, Deep Sea trying to get it away, but he has to deal with a 50. Bird with 0, gets 100. perfect timing for him. And now he can get involved in the attack. We get again. Bisbo trying to center it. Philosophy Girl gets it out. Parks with a soft shot on goal. Funk just looking to get himself back into position. And Philosophy Girl looking for boost. Does get the boost, but not the ball. Philosophy Girl now takes over. Pops it up. Trying to look for a second. Misses. Deep Sea misses. Funk misses. The net is open. Bisbo's right there. Gets the touch. Doesn't get it on target. But Parks is there to clean up. Bisbo with an easy open net. That second touch getting way too far away from his big Bronco. And Parks with his dominance taps it in. The 3-goal lead is finally there. EC Defiance are up 4-1. Once they conceded that game 3, EC Defiance decided enough's enough. They were looking to end this immediately. Eternal, though, trying to do their best to keep this going. They put up a good fight so far, but once EC Defiance brought out their strongest trio, it was pretty much game over right there. Nice pitch there by Philosophy Girl towards the middle, but Bird Nana knew what was coming. Philosophy Girl seeing that, staying at the flank. Misses the ball completely. Funk just trying to intervene, prevent Bisbo from getting a clean exit, but he can't do enough right there. Bisbo to Bird. Parks booming it out to Bird. This might be another goal in the making right here. Parks, though, could not get it on target. And now Deep Sea misses. Whoa! He launched himself away from the ball right there. Fortunately for him, Funk is there to save his bum. But now he doesn't have the boost. Neither does Philosophy Girl. Deep Sea gets beaten. Parks towards the net. Is anyone back there? Yes. Funk is right there. Right on cue, but a follow-up shot from Bird goes off target. Clock's running down to 0 as we enter the final 10 seconds. EC Defiance have sealed the deal. They have gotten a 3-1 win over their Seattle cohort in EC Turtle. And just like the previous match, EC Defiance win 3-1. GG's to both teams. EC Eternal putting up a good fight right there, but the number of shots for both teams says it all. 6 shots, 5 courtesy of Philosophy Girl. Incredible right there. Versus 14 shots from EC Defiance. Once you sit back against this team, they will keep you pegged back. It'll be tough to get out. Chat, stick around though. The first match may be over, but we are going to dive right into our second match immediately. Frontera FSD Chrome versus EMDB is currently underway. We are going to join that lobby very, very soon. And it looks like we have a result. Game 2 goes to Frontera FSD Chrome. Frontera winning 2-0 over EMDB. So it's 1-1 in this matchup, if I'm not mistaken. Big game 2 win right there for EMDB. Let me see if I can get the scoreboard updated for the next match. Just bear with me for a sec right here. And there you go. We are ready for our next match. Frontera FSD Chrome versus EMDB. Game 3 kicking off very soon. All right, Making sure everything's ready to go. We are gonna kick off game 3. One apiece for both sides. Here we go. J-Bomb, Chelsea Man, aka Larson, and Meki Ducky versus Caesar, Wicca, and Anomaly. Now, just as a heads up, for game 2, EM Dalsburn did rotate. This is their game 1 lineup right here. Caesar, Wicca, and Anomaly, their strongest trio. In game 2, they had Playboy Party, aka Pico David, and Ponzi come in for Wicca and Anomaly. Now Caesar looking a bit awkward, trying to get into position for the next sequence. Anomaly and Wicca combining to center this ball eventually. Anomaly now going for a Caesar, sees that coming. Wicca with a shot on goal. Meki Ducky with a save, and he brings it forward to the other end with his own shot. 2 touches. The second a shot. That's what you call transition Rocket League. And Frontera Chrome have been specialists of this for the whole season. But now they have to sit back. They have to deal with this attack. Caesar off target. Anomaly just choosing to go back. Now finally meets in the middle against Larson. Great 50 from Anomaly, too, to get it out. Caesar gets a good first touch. Celeste boost for a second. He's putting it towards the net. J-Bomb and Ducky diving towards that. But it's Meki Ducky who gets credited with the save. Still 0-0. And we have played 90 seconds in game 3. Caesar on towards the net. Larson with a save. Wicca with a shot. Larson with a second save. Shots being peppered towards the blue net, but Frontera have held on strong. Typically, it would be the other way around. You'd be seeing EM Dalsburn doing this, but this time it's Frontera. The roles have been reversed, and so far they're doing a great job to keep themselves in this game. Now, I don't know if Brydog is still around to tell us a bit more about the possibilities and the details behind it, but Frontera Chrome have to win in order to keep themselves at pace with Timber's army. I believe if they win this, they will be at the top of the table temporarily. Timber's army will be playing against KC Cauldron. That match is yet to be scheduled, though. Larson to Shea. To the backboard, Larson! Gets the first. Great passing right there between Larson and J-Bomb. Anomaly couldn't get out quickly enough. Larson gets there first. And Frontera Chrome take the lead against the run of play. Uh-oh. Might this be a second? Larson couldn't get the ball. Anomaly does just enough. EM Dalsburn on the back foot, though! Oh my goodness, they could have conceded a second, but the bounce off the post goes their way. Great 50 towards the middle! And Ducky dives in to get a second. The big duck pops up in front of the orange net. Great 50 there by Larson. Ducky in the middle towards the open net. 2-0 to Frontera. And they are in the driver's seat now. Anomaly looking to get a kickoff goal right here. What a double! We don't typically get to see the mechs from Anomaly, and he would undersell himself a whole lot as well. But that is great job right there, combining with Caesar for a 69 mile per hour, 110 kilometer per hour pinch, and that is indeed a nice pinch, courtesy of Alan's BangersOnly.com radar gun. 2-1. But might this be a third? The ball bounces away off of the post. And crossbar. Big save off of Ducky's shot. And Wicca just gets it out. Caesar, the savior for EM Dalsburn. And he has to keep going alongside his team because they are stuck back there in front of the orange net. Caesar finally gets it out to the midfield, but Larson with a booming shot. Wicca back to Frontera. J-Bomb off the backboard. Ducky surely going to be coming in. No, Larson is. Ducky has to go back. Great 50 right in the middle. And Wicca, powerful shot towards the net. And somehow it goes in. Oh my goodness. From 2-0 down, EM Dalsburn have come back to 2-2. Powerful 70 mile per hour, 113 kilometer per hour. Pinch off of the ground, courtesy of Allen's BangersOnly.com radar gun yet again. Wow, what a game 3 we are seeing here so far. This could still go either way. And it still remains Frontera's game because they have taken the lead back. Caesar not getting the best touch off, setting it up for Larson with his own powerful 66 mile per hour, 106 kilometer per hour shot. We have powerful shots galore tonight. Frontera Chrome take the lead yet again, but don't count out EMDB. They can still come back. And look at that, good shot right there, but Ducky getting the save yet again. It feels like whenever each side is in trouble, they can call on Ducky and Caesar respectively to keep them in this game. And now Ducky dribbles it out. Anomaly touches it away. Larson with a center. Caesar having to pull it away. Anomaly could have gone the ball there, but he gets demoed by Ducky. Shaybomb trying to bring it forward. Wicca keeping it away from the net. Final 30 seconds. Kickoff now. EMDB are stuck at the back. They need to get forward. They do. Caesar brings it forward. Tries to look for the bump, but he cannot get Larson. Now Anomaly keeps it going. Wicca with a big pinch off of the opponent. And the ball goes to the other flank and towards the orange goal. Final 10 seconds. Here in game 3, it can still go either way, but EMDB are the ones chasing the equalizer as the ball counts down to 0. Somehow the game didn't end. Wow. So the ball was just floating, and EMDB are still in it. Caesar takes it up. Oh my goodness, the ball barely gets off of the wall down to the ground. Frontera Chrome get by barely. Oh my goodness, they are now on match point, but that was incredibly difficult. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch my breath right there because that was an insane game 3. Oh my goodness. EMDB once again showing that they can be a test for every team in this league, giving Frontera Chrome, the home side in the West Service, a very tough assignment tonight. As a reminder, we are in week 13. This is the second to last week of the league campaign for both the Premier and Championship leagues. Frontera Chrome can go to the top after this win, but they need to make it. They need to make it count now. We are now in game 4. It's all about whether they can seal the deal right here, or will we go to game 5? We shall see. Frontera Chrome look like they don't have any subs, so they're going to stick with the same lineup as they have for the past 3 games. Meanwhile, Posey comes in for Anomaly. Here we go. EMDB now bringing out their most mechanical lineup possible. Caesar, Posey, and Wicca. Once again, Frontera Chrome starting off on the back for Shaybomb, looking to get it away. Larson, though, with the assist to get it out. Can they get the first goal? Can they take charge of this game 4? They might, you know, but a big demo from Shaybomb was all he could get. Not a shot, unfortunately, for him. Great defending right there. And EMDB keep themselves in this. No early goal concession for them. No early goal for Frontera. Might have gone the other way. What a save from Shaybomb. Wicca with an insane touch to put it towards the net. It was slow enough though for Shaybomb to just get back, and he needed the help of the crossbar and the post to get it out. Wow, incredible defending right there, but it's not done yet. Posey gets the first. for EM Dallasburg. What a play by Ponzi. Beating one, beating the second, doesn't need the boost. He just needs his Fennec. Gets it past Shaybomb with 0 boost. And EM Dallasburg take the lead in game 4. Absolute insanity in this match right here. The SGL Premier has been about this throughout the season. We have seen teams at the bottom give teams at the top an incredibly tough time. EM Dallasburg have made this a big part of who they are throughout the season. Even if they're not getting the big points and big wins, they will still give the top teams a tough time. And Wicca and Caesar and Posey are making this as difficult as possible for second place Frontera. Chrome and Caesar gets the second for a big 2-goal lead for EM Dallasburg. A Rule 1 denies Wicca and Mecky Ducky a chance to get involved. A 2v2 game. Caesar takes advantage, and EM Dallasburg are up 2-0. Big kickoff right here. Good set piece, but Wicca just doesn't get the launch that he was looking for. Caesar, though, follows up. Tries to get the triple. So I said triple, I meant double. Looked like a triple initially. That was audacious from Caesar. And now, Frontera Chrome looking to transition forward quickly. Mecky Ducky versus Caesar. Caesar wins that battle. Now Frontera Chrome need to get back. Good first touch by Larson. Caesar taking a bit of time. Larson gets it past him, but Posey is there with 0 boost to do just enough to get it out. Gets the 100 from the corner. Mecky Ducky's trying to go back. Fakes Mecky Ducky out. Looks for the center, but Shaybomb gets the best touch right there to get it away. And now Frontera Chrome are coming forward. They need to pin back the EM Dallasburg team because they are still without a goal in this game 4. But no matter what Frontera Chrome try, EM Dallasburg just find a way to get it out. And now Wicca looking to do it all on his own. Shaybomb gets enough of a touch. Caesar trying to get a doozy, but Mecky Ducky gets it out. Mecky Ducky wins that battle between Caesar and himself. Now Larson gets it out of the way. Wicca nicely towards the blue half. Caesar takes over, tries to go for a shot. Mecky Ducky beats him. Big pitch though by Wicca towards the middle, sets up Shaybomb, who's looking for a 50. Posey towards the net. Oh my goodness, Larson didn't get his launch off on time, but he still gets the ball away. He has to be breathing a sigh of relief right there. That could have gone way worse for him. Bit of pinball going right now, the ball in the midfield. Someone needs to take over. Chelsea man does. Larson towards the net. Posey with a big save. EM Dallasburg making sure they don't concede a goal right here to seal the deal and take us to game 5. Good clearance right there towards the flanks. And now Wicca takes over with Caesar in the middle. Chris, good to see you in chat, bro. And now we're starting to see a few more people stream in. KJ, good to see you right here as well. Polar as well, surprise appearance. Polar, you've been streaming for a while, haven't you? Like, you've been having some long streams over the past few days, no? I'll see, wait for Polar to answer. Frontera Chrome have pinned back EM Dallasburg, but EM Dallasburg are showing you why they're one of the best defensive teams in SGL. They clear it away. Frontera Chrome trying to catch them off guard on the transition, but Caesar, of course he's back there. He's always back there when his team needs him. And what a big 50 by Wicca to get it to the other end. As we enter the final 30 seconds, still 2-0 to EM Dallasburg. Frontera Chrome looking for a goal to get themselves back into this game 4. But EM Dallasburg are making their life incredibly difficult right now as they keep getting these successful clearances out and wasting even more time for Frontera Chrome tonight. Oh, what a shot! What a double off the corner by Caesar! He seals the deal in game 4. And chat, we are gonna be going to game 5. Frontera Chrome, they were on match point, but now EM Dallasburg are gonna be going back. And they have 2 to match Frontera's 2. Game 5, here we come. What an incredible game that was. Top tier performance from Caesar and co. Posey stepped up big right there. If anything, they might have to keep him around in order to stand a chance of winning this game 5. The most mechanical team turns out to be the best team. Posey, Wicca, and Caesar getting a dominant game 4 win right here. Not too often you see Frontera Chrome getting beaten 3-0 like this. Chat, what an end to the... This is such a great end to tonight's stream. We had a good matchup to kick us off between EC Eternal and EC Defiance in the championship. EC Defiance coming out 3-1 winners, matching their result from their previous matchup, which they also won 3-1. Now Frontera Chrome and EM Dallas Burn are going to game 5. Who will get the win? Frontera Chrome need to win to keep themselves at pace with Timber's Army. EM Dallas Burn, this will be a huge scalp for them if they can do it. Previously, when these two sides faced off against each other, it finished in 4. Frontera Chrome beating EM Dallas Burn 3-1. EM Dallas Burn have already bettered that result. We are in game 5. Here we go. Who will take 4 points? And once again, Frontera Chrome starting on the back foot from that kickoff, but they've done a great job of bringing the ball forward now. Mecky Ducky and Shaybomb at the corner, but Posey brings it out. The ball going towards the net. Larson does a great job of just getting his octane on that ball and preventing anyone from getting a shot. And now Larson brings it forward off the backboard, but Posey clears it out. Posey versus Shaybomb. Shaybomb with a nice first touch, still has boost as well, but he misses that. Mecky Ducky has nothing. Caesar towards the midfield to Larson. Larson looking for a shot on goal, off target, and Wicca interferes with him just enough to get that away. It's across to Posey, and Posey gets it off target. That was the best pass I've seen this game. What a setup there for Posey, but he just couldn't finish it off. Both teams have had their chances, or have chances rather. Still 0-0. Could have been 1-0 easily for either side. Posey playing it slow. Great job with 0 boost as well. And now Frontera Chrome looking to get a goal on the transition. Posey does a great job of getting the key touch. Gets the ball away. Now Caesar looking to take over. Gets the boost, but not the ball. Mecky Ducky, though, still there, looking for a bump. Now looking for some boost as Shaybomb and Larson look to keep up the pressure. Oh, what a powerful shot off of the post! How is it still 0-0? This is absolutely insane. As we are going to be entering our 3rd minute. 0-0 between these two sides, but might it be 1-0? Caesar with a long shot off target. He couldn't get the follow-up. Larson gets there before him. Wicca keeps up the pressure. Wicca with the center. No one there to finish it off. Both Caesar and Posey choosing to stay back. And now the double commit might haunt them, but Wicca does just enough to interfere with Mecky Ducky, and Caesar gets the clearance. But Shaybomb with a low, powerful finish. No one was there to interfere with Shaybomb, and he takes advantage, gets the first goal for Frontera Chrome. They need this game win to get the 4 points and go to the top of the table and pile some pressure on Timber's Army. What a goal for Frontera Chrome courtesy of Shaybomb. They lead 1-0. Could have been 2, might still be 2. The ball is still there, and Mecky Ducky finishes it off. Good spell of pressure straight from kickoff. EM Dallas Burn just couldn't get themselves set up. A double commit, Wicca realized it too late. But by then, Mecky Ducky already got the shot off. Another low shot. 2-0 with 2 minutes 27 seconds remaining. EM Dalsburn have come back from this already, but might this be too tough a task for them in Game 5? We saw an incredible matchup between Frontera Chrome and Emerald City RC in the league in Week 12. That went to 5 games as well. This one also going to 5. EM Dalsburn making it incredibly difficult for Frontera Chrome. They want a big result. This might be it for them. Caesar looking for a double off of the corner, just doesn't get it down, gets it across to the other end. Wicca cannot beat Larson, who gets it away, beats Bonesy, and takes it to the other end. This should give his teammates a chance to come forward and keep up the pressure on the EM Dalsburn team. Wicca taking over, but he gets beaten by Larson. Caesar had to cover for him, and he does. Trying to play a pass into the middle. Avoids that, lets it go. Posey now getting a save of his own. Emeralds, EM Dalsburn, are trying their best to get out, but every time they do, this Frontera Chrome side just ups the pace almost instantly. But this might be the opportunity for Wicca. Another shot off target. Posey having to turn back and reestablish himself. Wicca towards the middle to Caesar, but a great positioning from Shaybomb to keep the clean sheet going as we enter the final 45 seconds. Might this be the third? Shaybomb cannot get the shot off. Larson trying to keep up the pressure. Ducky beats Caesar. Ducky with 0. Wicca with 100. Ducky tries to fake off EM Dalsburn, but they just go for the ball and get it out. Wicca with a great touch towards the middle. Caesar towards the net. What a save by Ducky, but he's still floating. What an insane save yet again. How is that not in? And that might seal the deal for Frontera Chrome as we enter the final 10 seconds. That was EM Dalsburn's opportunity, but it might be all over now. Frontera Chrome had to go to 5 games, but they still come out with 4 points. EM Dalsburn tried as they might, incredible performance from them, but in the end, they cannot get the upset. They come out though with 2 incredible points. Whew, what a way to end the night. Incredible matchup between Frontera Chrome and EM Dalsburn. Excuse me. Whew, what an insane matchup that was. Wow. EM Dalsburn providing the cinema yet again, but Frontera Chrome saw it off. Well done. GG's indeed, Anomaly. You played well out there, but it was no surprise to see EM Dalsburn step it up once Bonesy came in. He looked really good out there, by the way. But I'm going to say this, after I saw your pinch goal with Caesar, you should not sell yourself short. You have some mechs, you have some skill. You can easily play well. Although I will say this, I think Bonesy has made a case to become a mainstay in this lineup with Wicca and Caesar if they want to go with the strongest trio. And I think, you know, they did such a good job against Frontera Chrome's strongest trio right here of Shaybomb, Meki Ducky, and Larson that, you know, this team can go far. If they come back together, I think they can go far. All right, before we end this game, before we end tonight's stream, we're going to have 2 interviews for you guys tonight. We will kick off our first interview with the winning player of this matchup. Bear with me as I get that set up. All right, chat, let's welcome in Mecky Ducky. What an insane match that was. You guys went, to an incredible game 5 where even keeping a clean sheet was an incredibly tough assignment. How are you guys feeling throughout that match? Oh, wait. Whoops. My mistake. Sorry. I didn't realize I was out of the commentary voice channel. My bad, Ducky.
No worries.
Sorry, I
was a little confused.
Yeah, that's my bad. My bad. I thought I was in there. So I think chat already heard my question, but I'll ask it again for you. That was an incredibly tough match. Even in Game 5, when you kept that clean sheet, that was not an easy task. How have you guys been feeling throughout this matchup against the EMDB Spurn?
That was, like, seriously, really, really difficult. I didn't expect it to be, like, that tricky of a series. I don't know. But, like, to be honest, I saw their match against Timber's Army. I think this was, like, 2 weeks ago now. And they were very close to, like, forcing a Game 5 as well. So I was, obviously I was expecting a tough matchup. Not like a Game 5 maybe, but, like, yeah, no, that was, they brought in a lot of pace against us. We had trouble adjusting to that. And then Caesar's defense was just lights out in some of those games. We were definitely a bit frustrated when our shots weren't going in against him.
But it wasn't just Caesar's defense that was incredible. I mean, you guys put up some incredible saves throughout this whole matchup. In particular, Game 5, when you had the double goal line save. I need to know how you guys were feeling once that came through. You guys must have been popping off at that moment.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have the clip, but I definitely started yelling. But that was insane. Like, I mean, Caesar just put it top bins, and I just had to, like, pray that I got it off the bar bounce. That's what I did. And then I had to pray again that I guessed where Wicca was gonna shoot. I mean, that's just it, so.
Yeah, Wicca had the whole net too, and you picked the right spot as well. I mean, that's just absolute insanity. And to add on to that, Shea Bob in chat says they played so fast and controlled the midfield most of the match. Where would you rank this EM Spurn performance compared to all the other teams you faced off against this season?
It's definitely, like, way up there. Like, I want to say too, they had a lot of similarities to the Cinco Doce match that we played. That was the first time we played them. Like, it was the same thing. They were just catching us off guard with a lot of fast-paced play and high press as well. So, like, I normally like to go for a lot of dribbles, and, like, I just could not go for any dribbles. I was immediately getting challenged anytime, or even, like, if I was waiting for a ball to land to me, they would just come and take it away before it even landed out. So I was, like, definitely, they were shutting my play style down for sure.
Oh, absolutely. They seem to have countered everything you guys were throwing, but in the end, you still came up with it. Came up with a big win. What would you attribute that to for your team?
I think Chelsea Man did a good job today of making sure we were making the right adjustments. He was seeing, like, what especially, I think we were giving up a lot of space in the midfield. We were we weren't pressing enough there, and we were giving them kind of a free trip to our side of the field. So in Game 5, I think we definitely clamped down on that. And I think Game 5, compared to the other games, we definitely had, like, the ball was in the opponent's side of the half more so than any of the other games, I would say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, you know, we are in the run-in. You guys have had a couple of tough matchups in the league already. You know, previously against ECRC, this time against Frontera, Dallas Chrome. Next week, you guys will be facing off against Timbers Army. Are you guys going to be doing any sort of special preparation for that? Or are you guys just going to keep doing your own thing?
I mean, I'm gonna try to look at some of their VODs, but you know, I think we're just gonna try and do our own thing. But we're gonna have to sweep them to take away the title, right? It's I think the way it's poised, or unless they, you know, I don't think they've played their match yet, but unless KC Cauldron can come in clutch for us, hopefully.
Yes. So right now, you guys are at the top of the table with 1 point. But you do need KC Cauldron to do you guys a huge favor. If Timbers Army beat KC Cauldron, then you have to basically sweep Timbers Army to win the title. Because I think the game win percentage is the game win percentage is way too high. So you cannot afford to lose 3-1. You have to sweep them.
Wow. That would be, you know, if we go up 2-0, that's gonna be a generational game, I think. That'll be a really fun one.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Caesar's coming into the chat, giving you guys your due flowers. Shout out Meki, shout out Chelsea man. And then he says, I know you could calculate shots like that. That double was sick. Oh yeah, didn't Larson get a double? Like that was this in one of the earlier games, in games 1 and 2?
Yes, I think it was game 1. I think he got, or no, it might have been game 2 maybe. He got a very nice double tap. Yeah. Or was that in rank? No, that wasn't game 2, I believe. Yeah. That wasn't game 2.
Well, if you have a clip of that, I'd be very happy to feature it in the clip comp for week 13.
Yes, we'll make sure to get that clip.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, that's it for tonight. Caesar, sorry, not Caesar. Meki Ducky, GG's, bro. Sorry I said Caesars. It felt like it was a battle between you and Caesar, you know, with the way you guys were just such defensive stalwarts and with how you two brought the ball forward from the back. Kind of felt like that was a subplot in the matchup. So I guess before I give you the floor, I want to ask you about that. Did it kind of evolve into a battle between you and Caesar at the end, or would you say this was still a matchup between two teams that were giving their all?
No, definitely not. It was not like a 1v1 or anything like that. Honestly, I was kind of lost some of the games, like my rotations. I was just kind of didn't know where the play was going. But I think honestly, Chelsea man, I would have given MVP for us, I think. But I think, you know, Shaybomb also did really well, but Chelsea man definitely shined, I think, today. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Wicca too. Wicca was playing well. He was very difficult to, because he was just like pressuring really quickly. He was very consistent in his challenges today. So,
yeah, Wicca was.
It was like a very you know, well-rounded 3v3. It was a really good game.
Oh yeah, no,
really
absolutely.
good match today.
Absolutely, Wicca definitely deserves recognition tonight. As I will say, Anomaly and Ponzi, both of them were just. I mean, the whole EM Dallas Bird team was phenomenal. I don't know about Pico David. I wasn't there for game 2. You could probably comment on that if you wanna, but I'm sure he played a part as well.
Yeah, I think he only played that one game. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he played a game 2.
And Anom as well. I don't know who their like typical lineup is though.
Well, you played them in game 3. It was
Caesar, Wicca, and
Anomaly.
Oh, okay. Because they were sticking with the Pico, I think.
It was just game 2 for Pico.
Oh, who's their fourth then? Who's their other or fifth?
Ponzi.
Ponzi, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was also really good. He had a couple of shots, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? I'm not going to take too much longer because it's getting late here, and I also want to get the second interview going. But thank you for all the great words, Ducky. The floor is yours now. Say what you want to say. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm glad. I mean, we made it to the final match week, and We have the chance to win the title still. You know, as I would give it such a low probability, though. I mean, there's no way we. Well, I don't want to say there's no way, but there's little chance we sweep TA. But who knows?
Never say
Crazier
never.
things have happened. But I mean, we have a chance to win the cup as well. So like.
Yeah, the double's still
very,
on.
very happy that you know, both competitions still alive this late into the season. So
Yeah, and I mean this is
happy to shout out to my teammates. It's been a fun season.
No, absolutely. And I just want to say one quick thing. I mean, this is pretty much your first full season together. I know you're the veteran in the team, but for everyone else, this is their first time around. Yeah, they had a half season, but you know, I still want to say, given that this is your first full season together, you guys have been absolutely phenomenal. So well done to you all. But GG's. Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for streaming. Yeah, have a good one.
Oh yeah, always. Happy to do so. Take care. We'll see you next time. All right, we have one more interview lined up as we wrap up tonight's stream. This interviewee is from the first match. Yes, EC Eternal versus EC Defiance. EC Defiance, as a reminder, came out 3-1 winners just like the last time. And we are now going to hear the thoughts of Adifo from EC Eternal. Adifo, you in particular were playing very well tonight. Your whole team, though, you know, you put up a good fight, but EC Defiance just came out and were too good for you at the end. How would you assess this matchup for your team?
I think it was better than the first matchup for sure. A lot closer. You know, that first match, the first goal went in with like 20 seconds left or 30 seconds left, I think. And it like, I think that first goal was my fault. I kind of double committed on a save that I should have trusted my teammate to have. And if I hadn't, maybe I could have got the follow-up shot. So I'm a little frustrated with myself on that one. But I don't know. I felt good tonight. I felt loose. It was a lot of fun. I love playing ECD.
Oh, I could see that. Like, you guys were really up for it tonight. I mean, you were out there challenging, you know, their best players in Bird, Nana, and Bisbo. And I was just amazed at what I was seeing. Like, your improvement has been incredible. What would you attribute that to over the season?
Well, I've been playing a lot. I played with them a bunch too. I played with ECE and ECD. You know, just in regular matches. So I've kind of seen them play a little bit. I understand how they play. But I've also been playing with you know, other like Twitch streamers as well. Like and like most of them are high diamond champion, and I just jump in games with them and stuff.
There you go. Like, if you could keep getting those games at the higher level, you know, it's only gonna help you out. The more you play at the higher level to go with the more game time, the better you'll get. So Adifo, you've been, you know, doing the right things right here.
Yeah, like I hate playing ranked right now, honestly, because I go and play with, you know, everybody in SGL and, you know, these streamers that I play with, and then I come back to, you know, my gold rank and I'm like, none of these guys can hit the fucking ball.
Yep. You're not the only one to say that. Pico David has been talking about the saves thing. Trust me, when I was first playing, I would be playing a whole lot of old school Chaos, you know, back when I was in playing in the PS4. And yeah. I'd be playing with like former pros, people who know former pros in like these 4v4 games. And then all of a sudden I have to jump into ranked and I'm playing, you know, with and against lower level opponents. But I will tell you this, if you can grind out those ranked games, you'll definitely get better because your skill set will show up. Like,
okay.
What was the Defiance Eternal score? Was it 3-0?
3-1.
You're on stream right on.
We the game on them.
Okay, 3-1. I'm just going through my my spreadsheets.
Well, at least you could have let us know before you jumped in, right, Og. But We
You
can
got any
talk about
questions,
the
Red Dot?
scenarios in a bit. Let me just wrap up this interview first. Adipo, so, you know, despite, you know, you guys playing there out at your best, you know, EC Defiance still came out strong, especially in that game 4. Is there still like a hurdle you guys have yet to overcome to catch up to a team like EC Defiance?
I think it's just gonna be more time playing together, getting used to, you know, working comms with each other. Because this is our Huskies and Funk, you know, have played together before, but you know, Deep Sea, Drea, and myself, this is we're all rookies. So you got a team of mostly rookies. We're getting used to playing with each other still, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That makes sense. I get it. Sorry, I had a question in my mind, but let me just say some other things. Yeah, no, it helps when you get the playing time together as well. And I think with you guys, I can see you guys sticking around and keeping it going. One last question from my end now, though. You know, the season's about to come to an end. You guys have one more matchup. Are you guys gonna look to go for the win, or are you guys just gonna try to enjoy yourselves in that last matchup next week?
I mean, we kind of enjoyed ourselves tonight, but I feel like we still kind of want to be table disruptors, you know?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
maybe, like, if we can disrupt Rebellion here, maybe Defiance could get a championship win.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I definitely get that. Well, there you have it, Adakpo. Thank you for taking the time out to interview so late into the stream. Really appreciate it. Now the floor is
Yeah, no
yours. Say what you want to say. Go ahead.
I'm going to shout out, you know, all of EC Eternal this season's been great. It's been so much fun playing with everybody. Looking forward to going to Cancun. I mean,
Well, there it is.
you know, shout out to Defiance as well. They played a great game tonight. Love playing with those guys. You know, everybody, like, it's a whole, you know, like, community, really. Like, everybody playing together. And I hope to meet up with everybody at the Sounders game on Sunday. And maybe we'll get a picture or something.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing any pictures and stuff you guys might take for that. That'll be awesome. But that does it for the interview. Thank you very much, Adaipo, for taking the time out with you know, with me for this interview. GG's. Have a good night. We'll catch you next time.
Good night.
All right. Okay. Let's see if we can get Rydog in for the bit of analysis. See if he's still around. I think he was very excited, just wanted to get the results and all, but see if he comes back for this. Meanwhile, we can take a look at the schedule and results. Yeah, just as a reminder, EC Eternal losing to EC Defiance 3-1, Frontera Chrome beating EM Dalsburg 3-2, and those two follow after Steel Army beating Axe and Rose 3-1 on Monday. We have two other matches scheduled, Frontera Azul versus the Rebellion, Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, Las Cinco Doce versus El Matador, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's yet to be confirmed, but it's basically is set up for that. And we have two other matches that have yet to be scheduled. KC Called versus Timbers Army and Sounders RC versus Emerald City RC. For the league standings, as you can see right here, Frontera Chrome are at the top of the table right now. Timbers Army just behind by 1 point, but their destiny is still in their hands. They just have to beat KC Cauldron to be able to stand a chance at winning the league. Meanwhile, on the right side, with their victory, EC Defiance are 1 point behind the leaders. The Rebellion, Steel Army tied on points. The Rebellion have to win. They have to beat Frontera Azul to keep their destiny in their hands. Otherwise, they might open the door to both Steel Army and EC Defiance. We'll be playing next week, potentially for the league title or for second place. We shall see. All right, chat. You kind of got a premature entrance from Rydog earlier, but he is going to be joining us very, very soon to go over the current results and see what that means for the league possibilities tonight. Rydog, thank you for jumping in. I realized you jumped in earlier, but thank you for coming in right now. I'm guessing you've put these results in, and you have some insight for us, right?
I do, yeah. My apologies for joining preemptively there. I was really excited to get my stuff updated. So yeah, we'll start with the. I don't know what you have up on the screen, truthfully, but
The league table. Okay, yeah. One sec. Sorry. Let me.
Do you have Well, no, you don't need to put the. I guess do you have You have both league tables up or just one?
It is both league tables.
Okay, both league tables up. So we'll start on the championship because I have that pulled up. Since we've played out of the 5 series that I was talking about on the podcast on Monday, if you haven't checked that out, you definitely should. There's been 2 series that are played. So we have 3 series left, which means we have 6 different possibilities for the 3 remaining series, which is 216 total possibilities. I haven't done the percentages, but Rebellion have 147 different ways that they can become champion. And that's outright. EC Defiance still have 18. So they are still in the running. Steel Army have 24 different ways that they can be champions. Rebellion and Steel Army can tie 21 times. And like I haven't worked out the tiebreakers yet, but there would be a tiebreaker there. And then Rebellion and EC Defiance, there are 6 different possibilities for that one. My guess, all 6 of those have to come with EC Defiance beating Steel Army next week. So that's it. It's a little bit more chaotic for the championship there. And then on the Prem side, let me just fact check myself, but I'm pretty sure it is a lot more straightforward since we had a 3-2 Chrome victory over Dallas Burn, of course. That leads Timbers Army with 24 different scenarios where they can win, and Chrome with 12. So 66% chance, 66.66667 chance that Timbers Army win the league, and then of course the other 33% to Chrome. I have that one broken down a little bit more, and essentially what has to happen if Timbers Army beat Kansas City this week, it doesn't matter the score line, all they have to do is win one individual game against Chrome next week, and they will be crowned champions. If Chrome sweep, then they are champions. And then it looks like pretty similar-ish results there for if Timbers Army lose their match to KC, then it's a winner takes all. Timbers Army win against Chrome, they are the champions, but if Chrome beats TA in that week 14 match, then they are champions. So we're slowly but surely knocking down all the different scenarios, Maz. It's pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what's even more incredible? We talked about, the championship's going to be straightforward. It's not going to be a wild end. But at the end of the day, we're seeing that emerge. The championship is giving us a lot more interesting results. The Premier being the more straightforward, despite seeing the potential of the lower teams in the Premier against the top versus what you see in the championship. You know, it's crazy how much more chaotic the end is being in the championship this season. It's not something I expected, in all honesty.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think you look at I think maybe we could have foreshadowed this a little bit, Maz, like during the course of the season where we've had these like tiers in the Prem where you had like a Chrome, TA, maybe flirting with Cinco de Oeste, maybe flirting with Kansas City in that like tier 1, top 2. And then you have this like middle 3-4 teams. And then you have kind of the bottom 2. So it's maybe a little bit of foreshadowing there, but ultimately with how like there's so much parity in at least the Prem too, like you just never know what's going to happen. And of course, yeah, the championship is come out to be an insane. I mean, look at that. The top 3 there are separated by 1 point. Of course, there's, their records are different, which is the second tiebreaker after, well, I guess, or first tiebreaker after points is Series 1. And so obviously that one can get a little crazy too, given everything. So yeah, it's exciting time indeed.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? We shall see how the championship emerges after the Rebellion play against Frontera Azul on Thursday night. But for now, we are going to wrap up the stream. Thank you very much for hopping in and giving us the additional insights, Rydog. Man, tonight was fun. It was absolute fun. I mean, EC Eternal versus Defiance giving us a nice appetizer, and then this, absolute cinema.
Yeah, I'm excited I got to catch both matches kind of on my phone and on a side monitor of my computer. So yeah, both were insane. Obviously, I was hardcore biasing for Dallas to win that second match. But even though I think I would have put money on Chrome just because I'm never supposed to doubt them again. But my TA bias and my championship bias is telling me that I rooted for Dallas the whole time. But of course, Chrome pull it out in the end like they always do. So shapes up for a final fun week.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We cannot wait. For now, though, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for joining us for the insights into the potential for the league, Rydog. And thank you for everyone who was here for both matches. Hope you guys had a good time. We'll be back Thursday night for Rebellion versus Frontera Azul. Have a good night. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.